Hello and welcome to Mac Gaming 101.3. Today I'm looking at crossover games for the Mac, a new product by Codeweavers based on the open source Wine project and featuring support for a number of current and popular games. First up, what is Wine? Well, started in 1993, Wine is an open source project that has developed a unique way of running Windows software on Mac and Linux operating systems. Now, instead of having multiple operating systems on one machine, as we saw in our look at Boot Camp, or running Windows inside an emulator or virtualization, such as Parallels, which won't cope with gaming, Wine is a re-implementation of the Win32 API. Now, basically, it acts as a further level of translation between the software and the OS, so Windows applications can run on Mac or Linux as if they were native. Enter Codeweavers, who have developed a range of products for Mac and Linux called Crossover, based on Wine technology but offering support and incorporating user-friendly interfaces. They've also included their own development, Bottles, for storing and accessing a program in its particular settings, where each bottle is a virtual Windows environment. So what are the pros and cons? For the Mac version, you'll need an Intel Mac running OS X, and for the initial install, a tiny 120 megabytes of free disk space, with only a further 50 megabytes for each bottle. Now, it's recommended that you use a separate bottle for each program to avoid contamination, but at that size, this is hardly an issue, and it makes program management very, very easy. On the downside, their website warns that systems with integrated Intel GPUs will suffer performance degradation on graphically intense games. Cost. If you own Crossover Office, you can get a free copy, or you can purchase Crossover games as a standalone for 26 quid, with 12 months of unlimited upgrades and support. Now, this is a pretty low price, particularly as with Wine being developed independently, then you don't need a Microsoft OS or license, which, given that the cheapest I could find Windows Vista Home Premium for is £140 on Amazon, it's a pretty hefty saving. Now, some people may object to paying for something based on open source code, but this implementation does have significant advantages for gaming over raw Wine. To install, just drag Crossover games to your Applications folder. Once you've done this, then any Windows exe or DVD will be recognised. The software also has a simple interface built in for downloading, installing and running games and managing your bottles. Games and performance. A number of popular games are supported, including Half-Life 2 and mods like Counter-Strike, Team Fortress 2, Portal, Call of Duty 1 and 2, Prey, Guild Wars, EVE Online, World of Warcraft, although some of these are available natively for Mac anyway, so think about what you want to play first. There has also been collaboration with Steam, so Steam itself and most of its features, including multiplayer, works well. The supported games I tried ran very well, with no noticeable problems with frame rate, etc., although the load time was a bit long. There are also a number of games that are unsupported, which also run either well or reasonably well, but then again, there are also a number of games which won't run at all, particularly more demanding titles from the last 3 years or so, like Unreal Tournament 3. There's a pretty comprehensive customer support system in place, and you also get access to community features such as the Online Compatibility Centre, where you can search for games, check what games are supported or reported to run well, and read and give feedback about user experience. And on a symbiotic flip side, as Codeweavers gives the vast majority of its developments back to the Wine project, then buying this means that you and they are actually contributing support to the development of this open source project, which is nice. So overall, a very interesting product and one to watch out for as it develops. Or download the free 30-day trial and give it a go yourself. Thanks for watching.